Hello, you lovely people. Hi, you kindly folk. It's been a while since we last met, our adventures left unwoke. We've got our maps and dice in hand and tales that still provoke. Together we will journey on, our laughter will evoke. Throughout the magic realms we'll go as friendship grows and grows. So hello, you lovely people, and hi, you kindly folk.
Welcome back, listeners, as the Banded Broken have emerged from the depths of the Feywild, completing their mission to free Tatiana from her curse. The cost of that victory, however, still lingers. A life lost, a bond severed, and many questions left unanswered. For Talus, however, solace remains far away. As she finds herself in Sigon's domain, her path is crossed with a face that she'd never think to see again. A familiar figure shrouded in silence. I'm your host and your Dungeon Master, Kyle, and today we're going to have a recap, but not of the previous session, but this one will be brought to you by Ortega.
Started about 4 decades ago. I gave myself so my friends could leave. I don't remember that now. What I do remember is haunting. Probably more than the memories I lost. I spent decades in service of an archfey named Nerebi. All I did was find every loophole in the book to disobey every order she ever gave me. Eventually, she got sick and tired of my nonsense. She sent me back to the River King. Let me tell you, for somebody who doesn't touch anybody, he's got a way of torturing you like you've never seen. He ripped memory after memory out of my head, and not the easy, oof, it's gone. It felt like he was tearing out my insides. And then he gave me back to Nerebi. She wasn't done with me. You see these scars on the side of my face? They're from where she ripped every thorn out of my body. I woke up in a pool of my own blood and bones, and I had a distant memory of a connection I had at a camp, and I could hear a voice in my head telling me to get out. It's the only voice I could remember, so I reached out with my dying breath to that voice, and she answered. She offered to give me life if I would help her fulfill her destiny. And coming from a man on death's door with no memories left in his head, it's a pretty easy deal to take. The next thing I know, she tells me she has another friend. And in walked a lady named Captain Alice. Purple skin, horns, long ears. I don't remember who she is, but that name sounded familiar. So I thought I'd introduce myself. Hey there, Talus.
As the Banded Broken recover from the Jade Elephant, a task given to them by the Legions of Allsight, and they await their next task. Secrets are stirring, loyalties will be tested, and the choices they make will not only shape their futures, but perhaps the fate of the realms beyond their own. Gather close, dear listeners, for the story of the Banded Broken continues. So, Talus, you are face to face in Sigon's cottage with someone that is familiar to you, someone who is your friend that you thought lost. And he looks at you, and you can see there's a blank stare in his eye. Something's off about him.
You would see Ortega, but he's aged about 50 years. He has salt and pepper hair where it was jet black. His beard is very mixed white and black. You don't see those thorny bones under his skin anymore. You just see on the left side of his face mangled scars that look like something was pulled out as opposed to ripped off. And he looks at you like he hasn't seen you before. He's adorned in black half-plate armor that has silvered skulls that are of different sizes and shapes. Some of them look familiar to you, human, maybe elven. Some of them are tiny, like maybe some of the fairies you saw in the Fae, or some of the different Fae-like creatures you've seen. And on his hip is an enormous axe. It's a dark brown, blacky wood, and it has at the top a silver skull with its jaw cranked open, and out from the jaw is where the blade comes out. Very steel black, and the edge has a nice shine of silver to it. That's all he has. Maybe roll a perception check, just to see if you see it now or later.
I'm gonna throw up.
I was gonna make you do a perception check, actually.
24.
You would also notice very distinctly a tattoo on the inside of his left palm. I don't know if she's close enough to see all of the details of it, but you would see very clearly something that was not there before. The same arm that you share the glyph tattoo halfway up his forearm.
Are we standing outside? We're in the cottage.
You guys are in the cottage.
And is Sigon still there?
Sigon is, she doesn't leave.
What are you doing here?
This is home.
No.
It's the only place I know. I vaguely remember a fantastical place from my childhood, but beyond my childhood, I don't remember anything. This is home.
That can't be right. And she's gonna like take a step forward, but then like stop, like she's not sure. What happened?
What do you mean, what happened? I just told you this is the only place I know.
And then I think she's gonna turn to Sigon and just. Did you do this to him?
Do what exactly?
I don't understand. It's him, but it's not him. Why doesn't he know me? This isn't his place. This isn't, what do you mean? And then I turn back to Ortega and what do you mean this is home? This isn't home. This isn't your home. This place doesn't belong to you. What are you talking about?
Alice, let me make this perfectly clear. The last thing I remember is going in and out of consciousness in a pile of my own blood and bones that had been ripped from my body, one by one, and I don't know why.
Talus, darling, your friend Ortega died, and I simply saved him. Similar to how I saved you all those years ago, except you weren't really dead. I think now is the time that I could be a little more honest with you. You see, I am not for the faint of heart. I find those in need on death's door, or those that are lost, or in pain or suffering, and I make them deals. I give them power as long as they serve me. You see, when I met you, Talus, I was at my weakest. I was just defeated by some of my old friends, and I needed someone to carry me on safely, and I stumbled upon you in those woods, broken and haggish. I used you until I had enough power to give you power, and so that in the future we could use that power together to do great many things. In order to do that, I needed more followers. That's why I asked you to do it. And you weren't really doing a great job. So I found someone of my own. And don't worry, Talus. You're still mine. And I'm still yours. As long as you hang on to the Jewels of Three Prayers. For that is our key to accomplishing our goals and the greatest power Exandria has ever seen since the calamity that sealed me away.
You said you used me?
In a manner of speaking, I use you and you used me. Fair is fair, just as it always has been with us.
Because
that's how deals work, Alice.
No, it wasn't. You said you hated deals, Ortega. This isn't. It was supposed to be different. You said we were friends. You said you were my friend.
Talus, for a long time, I was your only friend. But you have since made acquaintances, and you seem to have forgotten.
No, never, no. You're my oldest friend, my truest friend, the one who was there for me when no one else was, when I was alone.
And you did the same thing for me. However, your aspirations are little. I have had goals and dreams, and I have betrayed, I have lost, I have suffered, and I've had to give up friends and betray friends and family. Yes, yes, I have a family, but they're all gone. I am still here. I have suffered in this prison for 10,000 years. Don't you think it's time my sentence is served? Wouldn't you want that for me, Dallas? And what better than to have great power with your oldest friends by your side? You have done well, Talus. In fact, I think you have been the best I've had so far. The last one failed me, and I'm not going to let that mistake happen again. You and Ortega are my best chances. And it's only a matter of time before Paris joins too. He doesn't know it yet, but I know who is inside his brain, and I've always known him. And as for Ortega, he's merely here to help. He is under my command. He has free will to do as he pleases. But at the end of the day, ensuring the protection of those vestiges is of his utmost importance. I did not take away his memories. No, that was Narebi. And I'm sure in time she will pay. But that is not my priority. So, are we going to continue our deal, our friendship, or are we going to have to show the world again who you used to be? There really isn't that much of a choice, is there?
You're my oldest friend, my dearest friend. I love you, Sigon. I do. Don't understand. This isn't the way you spoke before. You never talked about power or aspirations. I didn't ask for the gifts that you gave me. I just wanted a second chance. And I thought, I knew that it wasn't fair, and I knew that I owed you my life. I think I still do, but I don't understand what it is you want. I want to help you. I really want to help you, but I don't understand why you've brought him here. I don't understand what you want me to do.
Well, it's quite simple. The vestiges of divergence are one of the greatest powers on the material plane. You have one. There have been groups that have collected many, and over time, some have been lost. All I have ever wanted is for my followers to have possession of at least one or two. Acting as my champion, you and Ortega can bring forth everything I have ever wanted. You will herald a new era, and we will relish in the era of Sigon. That is what I have wanted. That's what I wanted for Leavir. That's what I wanted for those before her. Don't be like Leavir.
Then I suppose we have work to do.
When I have located another, I will let you know. There is one here in Ankarel. I don't know which one it is, but I have a feeling it's linked to the jewels. Keep up the work. You will find it. You may not even know that you have found it. And Ortega, as for you...
Whatever you wish, Sigon.
Be careful talking to someone who goes by Tatiana. Once she knows my name, she will be very upset. I'm not saying to lie, but be careful.
Why should I care if some lady knows about your name?
Because she has connections to the ones that harmed me all those years ago. Very close connections.
Understood.
Well, this has been a lovely reunion, but I fear it's time for you all to return.
Where are we going?
Talus, where are you going?
There's an inn in Corral. That is where the others are. They will need to know what has happened. I don't know how I'm going to explain. Where is Sigon in the room right now?
She's kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
But like she has her the most majority of her manifestation that you can perceive has always been kind of in front of you, and Ortega is towards your, I guess, cardinal direction, towards your right. It's a very small cottage, right? So if you were to think of it like as the dining room table is in front of you, that's where Sigon is, and then the kitchen is where Ortega has come out from. She doesn't have any of those things. It's just so that you understand where you are in relation to the cottage.
If she has a form, I think Talus, I'm going to take a step towards her.
Ortega will mimic the step, but more towards Talus than towards Sigon. Hand on his axe.
It's okay, Ortega.
And then he'll relax.
Sigon will start to raise a part of her manifestation, and it looks like a long, tenderly shadowed hand. And you can see her fingers are all crooked and elongated, kind of similar to like what the Jim Carrey's Grinch would look like, but just significantly longer and like darker as a hand kind of outstretches. And no matter how far away you are to her, the hand seems to be that perfect distance away. If you could raise your hand, that would be the distance.
Talus's hand was outstretched, and I think she's just gonna let it drop.
In one swift motion, you see her hand from a limp sort of, outstretched, like kiss my hand style. It just quickly snaps. And as soon as it snaps upward, you guys are blasted out into the alleyway on the other side of the inn. Tatiana, you have been struggling to sleep this night. And Ari has kind of long since gone to sleep, and you can hear him snoring in his room, just some ways away from yours.
Oh, God.
You hear some noise down below, and you assume that it's Parrish, and you can head down if you want.
I would head towards the bar, thinking that's exactly where Parrish is going to be, either cooking, because that's what he's always doing, or polishing glasses.
At this point, it's probably like 2 a.m, so he's probably polishing glasses. Like, he's not serving right now.
He's definitely serving himself.
Serving himself.
Yeah. Hello. He knew I was coming. No. Parrish, I cannot sleep with that ogre of a tiefling snoring that loud.
I'm just happy he's getting some rest after the days we've had.
Agreed.
I have a drink poured for everyone but you and Ari right now. Would you like one?
Just give me the bottle. Yes, the whole bottle. And the strongest thing you have.
Why don't we start with wine and work our way up?
Fine.
It's nice to have company down here. Normally I'm just tending bar most of the evening while I trance, getting things ready for tomorrow. Gets a little lonely.
It's nice without all the noise.
It is. It certainly is.
The past couple of days have definitely been interesting. How do you stay so, what I'm looking for, calm? No. You seem to be able to separate yourself from the emotion of everything that is going on. And are able to make decisions without letting it all affect you emotionally.
Parrish will just smile and actually give a good hearty belly laugh. I am very happy that's how I come off to you. I can honestly say that ever since I came back, and even from what I can remember before, no, especially since I've come back, there's so often a tempest in my head. Not only having a passenger of sorts ever since I was brought back incomplete, but indignation at everything wrong that's been happening. Everything wrong with how we have been treated. Everything wrong with how the folks I've served here have been treated. The misfortunes in the world. The apathy from those who might be able to actually affect any change. I don't think I'm at all removed from that.
Well,
I think... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say you have a very good game face then.
Well, don't tell Ari next time we're playing cards. I would say it's trying, even in the face of that or because of it, to keep making choices that are going to bring about a world that I want, that are going to change things for the better, that are going to give people the chances they need to be the best versions of themselves, even when it's hard. And I will tell you, it is most definitely hard, more often than not. But having lived a very, very long time, and having not really felt like I had many choices to make for a long time, I can say at least it gets a bit easier knowing that that choice is mine, even when it's hard.
It has definitely been hard these past couple days.
It has definitely been hard the last couple of days. But every time we let that get to us, let something or someone take a choice from you, and I think I'm about done with others having that kind of power over me. So maybe I'm happy because of spite.
I think I'm done with others having that choice over me too.
Well,
no more letting other people's make choices.
Then Parrish will put down a bottle of the hardest next to your glass of wine. And I am very sorry to have taken a choice for you. So
she's gonna dump the wine in the sink behind the bar.
I mean, I would have drank it. That's fine. How are you doing with everything?
I can't wrap my head around it, and I'm lashing out at Ari. I don't even know what to say to Talus. She brought you back. I don't understand why she doesn't have or didn't have the power to stop it from happening. And I just find myself being very angry at everyone but you.
Do you count yourself in that?
Yes.
Why?
Where along the line I made it seem like I needed saving. And I've never wanted anyone to feel like I relied on them. I can stand on my own 2 feet. I was trained better than that. I can take care of my own.
Tatiana, you are one of the most capable women I have ever had the pleasure of meeting. And while I, in this state, have only been around a little while, I do have memories from several hundred years of serving patrons. No one in our group, nor anyone on the street who would even glance at you, would think you're not capable of protecting yourself. You're not a capable person. Do you hate or get angry with any of us when we need your help? Because I know I rely on you.
No.
Then give yourself a little grace. For a friend, be kind to my friend.
Consider it.
Well, that's all I can ask. Truthfully, I don't think there was anything we could have done. Ortega knew going there to save you that he wasn't coming back. And he took that choice from all of us. But I guess he knew that. And I don't think he would have had it any other way.
Do you think we'll save him? Am I delusional to think so? Be honest.
I know that there are so many things wrong in this world that one person or one party can't fix them all. But if that's the hill that we choose to die on, then I think it would be a very, very worthy one.
promise you this. Even if we don't end up saving him, I will go back there and I will kill her. Even if it just makes me feel better. I'm just going to take another shot of whiskey.
I guess I do believe we could save him. And I don't think that anyone or everyone can be saved. I certainly don't think Nerevi needs any saving.
Lots of stabbing. That's what she needs.
As for Ortega, I think it will depend on whether or not he wants to be saved.
I'm gonna pull the receipt from the baker's dozen place out of my pocket. What do you think this is?
Parrish will take it and open it up and look. Any change, Kyle?
No, not yet.
Looks to be a receipt for pastries. I thought Ortega was cutting out carbs.
Have you never seen that man eat? It's all he ever does.
Yeah,
And then
bacon.
he works out, and then he eats,
And
then he
steak.
works out, and
Look, you can't make bagels out of anything on an animal. And frankly, I've only ever seen him eat red meat. Chicken once, and I think he was trying it like a salad.
you know, the other day when you were all sharing memories, and the one thing that's made you laugh about him, you know what the only thing I could actually think of was when he picked up that tiny little creature and screamed at it until its head exploded. And that's all I could think of. Nothing good, nothing overly bad, just this giant hobgoblin screaming at a helpless creature and its head exploding.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. But it doesn't mean that we won't go try and save him one day.
One day. Just have to go and face dear old mother first.
Yes, by the way, I don't really know the situation. Are you a princess?
No. Maybe. No. Not. No. More of. It's such loose terminology, really. I'm not a princess. My family was very well off. I mean, lord and lady. I'm a lady in waiting, technically.
Do you prefer?
Somewhere I own a castle that I don't own because my father's not actually dead, and my real mother is dead, but I refer to Thanga as Mum because she found me and raised me. It's complicated history, really.
Yes, it very much appears so.
Yeah.
Do you prefer Tatiana or Lady... What is your last name?
Throvik.
Throvik. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
More and more, when we encounter these people, you know, the Fey bitch or the man who used to own Ari, I get to the point where I am almost overcome with wanting to do what feels incredibly righteous and what would surely make the world a better place and remove them from it. But more than that, I feel angry at something out there. And I guess I don't know what would be worse. That's just the accumulation of having former paladin of Loth swimming in my head, talking to me to do bad things most of the day. Or that there really is something out there that I could finally unleash all of that vengeance on. What do you think?
I think that you and I have more in common than I realized.
Well, then to always trying to do the next best thing, or the next right thing, or the next good.
Not good. I can't promise to be 100% good.
You know, I think there's a lot of wisdom in not letting pursuit of the great lose the good. Here's to all right then.
Here's to all right. Speaking of all right, you don't have a barmaid back there that I can snack on, do you?
Already made breakfast for tomorrow, or I guess sandwiches for lunch. How about a sandwich?
Thinking something a little more lively.
At this moment, Talus You are currently at the doors of the bar. You haven't gone in yet. What do you do?
Why'd you stop, Dallas?
You aren't supposed to be here. You're dead. You're supposed to be dead.
Well, for a short time I was. Or a long time. I'm really not too sure on that.
You're missing the point, Ortega. Everyone in there thinks that you're dead. You can't just walk in there.
What do you want me to do? Climb in a window?
No, I just need a second to explain it. Just give me a moment. And I think she's just gonna walk in and then close the door behind her and just, without thinking, just walk straight to the bar. And she sees Tatiana and Parrish and goes,
I made you a gin and juice. It's purple.
oh, good. It's purple.
I may have found a willing participant.
How was your evening stroll?
She's just gonna take the drink and down it.
It's sitting right next to a neat whiskey.
That's good.
So there's something I have to tell you. Is Ari awake?
No.
So can you not hear him?
Is it okay if we wait until morning to tell him? He's been sleeping soundly a few hours now, and I think he needs it. You can tell us, though.
Right. That's fine. So there's a bit of and she's just like spinning. There's nothing happening.
Talus.
Ortega's gonna knock on the door. Talus, can I come in now?
Talus, take a seat at the bar. Parrish takes your hands in his.
Yeah, she'll take them.
1 moment, Talus.
Yes.
Deep breath.
Yes.
What do you need to tell us?
Make it quick.
He's back.
How?
I don't know. It's
What
when
did
I
you
brought. I didn't do anything. When I brought Parrish back, it was with the help of a dear friend of mine. She's my oldest friend, and she brought him back, but he's different. He doesn't remember. And
What
now
do you mean?
he doesn't remember you, Tatiana. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to him, but he's different now. There's something about his face. I don't know. She brought him back, but different now.
You're gonna hear another knock at the door and go, how about now?
He doesn't know.
Parrish looks at Tatiana. Well, it's one less trip to the Fae.
And she's gonna
Talus.
kill her, Parrish, and she's gonna get up and walk towards the door.
Parrish squeezes Talus's hands. Talus, look at me. It's okay. We'll deal with that.
Different.
Things can be different and still be okay. You ready? Right.
I don't know if you're talking to her or me, but I'm definitely not. And I'll unlock the door, open it, and then slap him.
Ortega's gonna look down at Tatiana and go, I like this one. She's feisty.
You don't ever get to choose to save me again. I'm just gonna walk away.
No offense, little lady, but I don't know who you are. Hey,
And
look.
now she's gonna
This
throw
is
a
a
dagger
bar.
at your head.
Ortega's just gonna keep walking into the bar since he sees that it's a bar. And pop a chair next to Talus and go.
There's an already poured whiskey on the bar because Parrish did say that he poured drinks for everyone except for Ari and Tatiana.
Ortega's gonna look at the 2 glasses of whiskey that are there that haven't been drank and go,
Just one.
oh, just one? Either way, he's,
I poured it for a friend. I think you're welcome.
Brand.
I don't know, but in any case, you're welcome to it.
Alice, this barkeep's a good barkeep. He's gonna take a drink.
Fill it up again. So,
I
Ortega.
should start by saying I have no money.
That's fine. I never make you guys pay. What brings you here this evening?
Well, I ran into this young lady that was out on a stroll, and we got to chatting, and here we are.
Lying.
Maybe a little.
You guys can make an insight check on that.
Oh, yeah.
Do we
okay.
have advantage because we
Gladly.
already
Yeah.
know he's lying?
Yeah, oh yeah.
22.
Well, there's 15 and 15's the better roll.
Also, Parrish, as you're taking a quick look at this new Ortega, what is your passive perception?
Only 14.
Okay, hold on.
Aw, Sanjies.
You don't exactly notice it, but someone else notices it. And you see that there's a crest kind of on his armor and also kind of located on his axe as well.
Pretty fearsome set of armor and armament you have there, Mr. Ortega, was it?
Yes.
Tati's pacing behind you guys, like back and forth.
It was a gift to help me remember what I want to accomplish with what I have left.
Must mean a lot to you then. Sorry to have commented on it. We just normally don't have quite so many skulls.
They're the skulls of a place I once massacred. I have memory of it, but I spent a lifetime in servitude before dying, and these skulls are the memories. Well, it's really the only memory I have of that. It's just more of a memento, I guess. But it reminds me that who I was in servitude for, I really want to chop off her head, because she put me through hell.
Yeah, something.
Well, you're right about one thing. I am a very good bartender, because I've only just got your ass in a stool, 2 drinks deep, and I already found all that out. But honestly, if you do
I wasn't
reminisce or
hiding it,
reflect-
though, either. You wouldn't have found that out if I was hiding it.
I doubt we would have. So thank you for sharing. Parrish is going to pour himself a whiskey.
I shall take one too.
Okay, there's a bottle in the back that I saw that I don't care how much it costs. You won't notice it's missing.
Tati's pacing, mumbling to herself. I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her. I'm going to kill her. I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna rip her throat out, eat it with vegetables, and then throw her in the fire pit. How does he not remember anything? Think. Not a thing. How do you not remember anything? How do you not remember us? None of us. Not a single thing.
Well, there
After all
was...
the bullshit you put us through. Think.
First of all, I don't know you, but second of all,
Talus, I'm gonna hit him again.
a man named the River King ripped memories out of my skull.
I'm gonna kill the River King. And then Nurnabi, and then maybe Ortega. That's what's gonna happen. And it's gonna make me feel better. It's gonna make me feel great. Kill all 3. Do you see that? Do you see that scar? And that scar? And that scar? And she's gonna start, like, jabbing you in places. Those are all from me. That bite me. That bite me. That bite me. She goes back to pacing back and forth.
Ortega's gonna look over at Alice and just go, I've met this one before.
You've met all of us before, Ortega.
Well, wish you'd have mentioned that on the way over. Ortega's gonna stand up and turn around and look down at Tatiana. I don't have one here, and point to a spot on his forearm.
Don't tempt me.
Consider yourself tempted.
At this point, Parrish comes back in with a bottle that's dusty and brown.
Right before Parrish comes out, Parrish, when you went to the back to fetch that bottle of whiskey, you found yourself having a quick conversation with the passenger in your head.
And how can I help you this evening, Itvara?
That symbol. I know that symbol.
Well, would you care to enlighten me?
Remind me how long it's been since the calamity.
Oh, I don't have it down to the day or the month, but it's been a while. How long has it been? 2,000 years? 500?
A little more than that, more like 10,000.
Yes, I can't tell you exactly what day it was, but it's been a substantial portion of time. 10 millennia, at least.
10,000 years ago your time, that symbol we associated with the Quattro Signati. It was a dangerous weapon. It sealed away souls of deities for immense power. It was a tool used against Lolth. But the name, who did it represent? Who?
And he stops for a second. As you don't really hear him continue on, and you grab the bottle. And as you come out, you say out loud in Udvara's voice,
Sigon.
Excuse me.
Perception. Am I paying attention to him? Like, do I hear him say this while I'm going through my, like, tantric rant of wanting to kill everybody. Can I roll for perception, please?
I would say you can roll for perception. However, it is at disadvantage because you are pacing around.
Okay, I can respect that. Ooh. 17.
Yeah, I'd say that's... Yeah, it kind of just like out of the last, you're not really paying attention. All of a sudden, you think you hear a word. And
what did you just say?
Would you like the truth or a comforting lie?
Truth.
The Dark Harbinger in my head identified the symbol on Ortega's hand belonging to some entity named Sigon, and in some connection to a god-killing weapon.
At this point, I am now going to bite the spot on Ortega's arm, and then I'm going to slap him again. I want to know how you got that armor. No, I don't want to know how you got that armor. Do I want...
Tati, share with the class. I just got told a very few sentences about this woman, person, entity that has that mark.
I need to make a phone call. And I'm just gonna walk away, and I'm gonna walk like up the stairs to go and get my pack and go and grab my stone and try and connect with Regbeer. Yes. Okay, right name. Regbeer.
Alice is gonna bolt after her 100%.
Okay, well, you're pulling out the sending stone. What do you say?
I don't know.
My sleight of hand, pluck it out of her hand.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot sleight of hand that. No, I defy you. I'm gonna slap your hand away.
I mean, that's fine.
Bite her.
I mean, if she...
I'm gonna bite you too.
It would be it's a contested check if you're trying to grab it out of her hand. It's a contested thing. Are you going to contest it? I need some rolls. So sleight of hand check versus a dex.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah. I would say, well, no, because she's kind of got it out, right? So this would more so for Tatiana, it's a dex save.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. She's trying to grab it quickly out of your hand, and you're... No!
Get off.
While this is happening.
Are you...
Yeah, for sure, 21.
Are you really going to try and steal from me while I stare you in the face?
I'm not trying to steal from you, Tati.
No, you're just trying to rip this out of my hand for what reason? Who is your friend?
Clearly, you already know.
Alice, I need you to leave. Just go back to the bar.
Ortega.
Also, have you rolled your because I'm assuming you still tried to took it. I'm waiting for you to roll.
21.
Ah! Wait.
We're waiting.
Hold on.
We're holding on.
Oh no, it's only for Christmas. Okay. Well, I only got 15, but now I'm gonna tackle you and try to steal it back.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Do you want
By the time you have a chance to tackle her back, Ortega will have backed her up.
Oh no. Ortega was staying at the bar with me. And if he goes to move, I am making an athletics check to sit him down.
In that case, you would grab his wrist and he will just turn to you and go, "If you know what's best for you, let me go."
Okay, can I actually tackle Talus, distract her by biting her, because really we know how badly she wants it.
It's true.
And then take my stone back.
I will say make the bite, and then we'll see what happens if you bite.
Oh, make the bite. What is that? Is that my bloodthirsty? Yes, right?
Yeah,
right.
That is.
Wait.
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 You have extra attack.
Oh. I do. Oh, you know what? Yes, I'm going to do that twice and then maybe do the wait. Because I have something up my sleeve and I will totally use it. What's that one? Take that, I bit you.
I bit you.
Get bit, nerd.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so you do bite her. You're able to...
Like I jump on her back and just like lunge my fangs right into that juicy spot in her neck. Like, yeah.
Barkeep,
that's
the ladies are fighting. We need to break them up. And you can feel that even though he's still big, you're definitely stronger than him. physical.
I think that they're working through things in a healthy way. And I would prefer just us fellas enjoy a nice glass of this delightful whiskey I found in the basement. What do you say?
You caught me on a good day. I didn't spill the beans. Not my problem.
Oh my god.
Cheers to that.
Now, what's up with this symbol on my hand?
Here. And Parrish will uncork this venerable whiskey and put a glass into your other hand. Let's see it.
Alright, go back to playing.
Yep.
Oh my god.
You're having a good time, Talis. It's okay.
I'm having a great time. I'm freaking out. Yeah, well, Talis is on the ground, and I think I'm just going to... Well, I think I'm going to slide the sending stone away, out of the room into the hallway if I can.
You can try. Yeah, it depends on what she's doing here.
Oh, I'm yeah, like on her back, possibly knocking her over. I don't know. You know, I got my jaws locked on her, and I'm reaching for it with my other hand.
Okay.
I'm fighting dirty. Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just on the ground.
Yes, okay. Here, take it.
Yeah.
I mean, you did slide a hand the sending stone and throw it. I feel like it's a little dirty.
If I can manage to, I don't know, keep her away from the stone, I would like to just fling it away or slide it on the ground out of the room.
I would say make a improvised weapon throw with disadvantage because she bit you, so
awesome.
you're not in the position where you're able to do so no problem.
Please. Okay, great. They're both terrible. It's a 5. Do I add anything to improvise? Do I add proficiency?
No. I will say you're able to kind of let it go and it skids onto the ground, but not that far away. It would be a tumble between you two to try to grab it again.
I'm gonna lunge for it.
I want to grab your leg.
Cat fight.
All you guys hear downstairs is
As Ortega puts his hand out to show Parrish the tattoo on his hand, the tattoo on his hand is going to puff a small little poof of black and crimson flame. And then for Parrish, it will disappear. If the girls are out of sight, that's all he sees. But around Talis, she will slowly become engulfed in black and crimson flames that give you a +2 bonus to your AC. If you're going to get beat up, you'll at least have a week's protection.
And I'll make a religion?
Yeah, that would be a religion check.
13.
I cast a spell.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Athletics versus athletics between me and Tati now, since she's grabbing my leg as I'm trying to lunge.
Yeah, this is a grapple check. More or less.
All right.
Dice suck.
Parrish and Ortega are just sitting at the bar, pretending not to hear it. And as soon as Ortega mentions if the gun doesn't go off, it's fine.
Sorry, what was that, Ashley?
I'm lunging, you're grabbing. Athletics or acrobatics?
Either or.
Okay.
I'm gonna go acrobatics because it's better for me.
2024 rules.
21.
Well, I've got athletics because they're better for me, and it's a 14.
This is not going well for Talis at all.
I'm bleeding. I'm on the ground. I'm crying.
Okay.
Do I get my hands on the stone?
You're successfully able to get your hands onto the stone, and you turn around.
I'm just gonna grab it and go Sigon. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's gonna take a while, but
No, I know.
what is?
I'm gonna shove Talis away with my foot and go, I will bite you again.
Well, it seems like they've quieted down.
You're right.
What made you feel the need to intervene?
Alice and I have a mutual friend.
And she's an asshole!
She is not an asshole. But Tatiana has brainwashed my friends that aren't in this room into believing that Sigon is an asshole.
Well,
Are there any chairs up here? Are there chairs up here?
It's just the room. So what?
Is there a chair in the room?
There's 2 chairs and then there's the bed.
Can I pick one up and throw it at him? Just from upstairs. Just like lunge it down on him.
All right.
You can throw it down the stairs, but it might not get to me.
I picture the bar be like, this is how I see the tavern, but like the bar is right here, and then right beside it are the stairs, and there's like a landing up above that I can look down and like see you sitting at the bar.
I definitely also had the same visualization in my head.
I was gonna say we're all the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I think I've been to that tavern in Skyrim.
Chair, stand on the landing and just like look at him and be like, "You're an asshole," and throw the chair at him.
Yeah, you can try improvised weapon.
Okay, how do I do that?
Just roll your dice.
Just roll a d20? All right.
20.
All right, I will.
Maybe add your strength.
No, because it's like really heavy to lift a chair and throw it.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's strong. I'm assuming she's not strong.
15.
There you go, babe.
You're able to at least lift. Well, okay. This is what happens. You're able to lift the chair. You bring it over and you go to throw it, and it's a little heavy. You throw it. It goes down there, but there's no aim to it, and it just. Yeah.
Lady Tatiana,
Yes, Parrish.
you can break whatever furniture you like. Just know that
I
you
will
have
pay
to pay
for
for it. Thank you.
I will pay for it. What else can I throw at him? And I'm gonna go rummaging through the rooms for something lighter than a chair, but still like heavy enough to hurt him.
If Sigon was an asshole, why would she have answered when I reached out to me?
It's a very good question.
Why would
I've never met this Sigon.
Why would she answer the call of Talus when Talus needed it?
Can I hear him?
Yeah.
Because that's how she sucks you in, you idiot. And I'm gonna throw something else. Name an item.
There's like there's like an oil lamp. It's not on.
All right. Oh, I like it. Roll. 14.
It's still not gonna hit.
That's okay. I'm angry and throwing things just
Maybe
in
it
anger.
just climbs off of armor.
Lady Tatiana,
Yes, Parrish.
there's a dartboard. You could throw your knives at it.
No, but I want to throw the darts at him. And I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to get the darts.
Talus, what are you doing? You were last we knew you were like just kind of sitting on the ground defeated. What are you doing?
Well,
Yeah, no, that's pretty much where she is still.
like
I think
stepping over her back and forth.
Yeah, I think I'm just kind of like sitting here watching Tatiana and just like, yeah, like kind of like fully crying, but like not really like just like they just kind of won't stop, but I'm not really like, you know, and I think if she's going to go downstairs, I think I'm just going to follow her like a little lost puppy and just kind of like slink down after her. And
Lady Tatiana,
I'm holding a dart up. Yes, Parrish.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna grab the dart. I'm not taking it out of your hand. I would like a favor.
I would like
Here
to
are the
throw this.
keys to the establishment. You get the
Okay.
darts or you get the keys. You can throw other things after I'm gone, but also, our new friend, we don't know his temperament. Be careful.
It's at this point you see like tears start to grow down her face. I have seen that man at his best and his worst. I have seen him, and may I remind you, handled him in giant form. I don't care what kind of temper he has, because right now mine's worse. And I'm gonna pull my hand back, look around you, and throw the frickin' dart at him.
I would say that you can use this isn't an unarmed, like an improvised weapon. This is a weapon. You're using a dart. So pretend like it's a dagger.
I don't have a dagger.
It's gonna be.
I have a
plus-
pistol.
It's gonna be plus +7.
I have a +7. Yeah. Okay. Then I'll just use my pistol. 19. Does that hit, Niall?
You hit him.
What kind of damage will I roll?
It's just a D4.
Just a D4? Okay.
Yeah.
3 points of damage.
plus dex.
Plus my dex, really?
I don't know. That's up to Kyle. Normally darts would be finesse weapon.
Oh.
They are, yeah. Let's just say it's a finesse weapon. Yeah, add your dex.
Okay, so then plus 4 to that, so 7.
There you go.
By the way, with your... Sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
With your dart, it's not lodged in, like, his neck.
With your arm fully extended, Parrish is just gonna go in for a hug. And, like, if you resist, he's gonna keep you there for, like, a second or two.
At first, I think her reaction is to resist, but she's already emotional at this point, and she's already started crying. Mm-hmm. She now, like, you can, like, start to feel her, like, shoulders shake a little bit, and she'll, like, drop the other darts. Not only does he not remember us or anything that has happened, Sigon.
You both have your lives, and you can make as many memories as you want from now on. I would love to hear about this Sigon at some point, but right now, are you okay to hold down the fort? Do you want your turn to be weak and get help, or can I have mine?
You can have yours. I can hold down the fort. I might be extremely drunk by the time you get back, though.
Hey.
And I'm not sharing with him.
I mean it.
I'm gonna go behind the bar.
I'm not letting you go yet.
Okay, fine.
I mean it. Please be careful. It's Ortega, but we don't know what he's been through.
We don't know him at all. That's not Ortega.
You all accepted me back after I lost a lot of myself too. I hope it's the same. But it's different. And I'll let you go.
She's gonna go behind the bar and grab the expensive bottle of whiskey from Ortega. And she's gonna sit there and drink it and just glare at him.
Ortega's gonna finally pull the dart out of the back of his neck. He'll lick the tip before setting it down on the table. You've slapped me twice. You've thrown a dart at me. Next time I fight back.
Consider this a bad breakup. Should take another swig.
This has been the oddest first time interaction I've ever had with someone, and strangely the most attractive.
Parrish will go over to the bar and say, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm taking Talus with me. There's food already prepared. Please try not to wreck up the place too much. And he's going to look Ortega dead in the eyes. She may strike you. She might bite you. You don't have to let her, but do not hurt her.
Ortega won't respond. He'll just, after having looked back over his shoulder, he'll just return the glare that is staring him straight in the face.
All right.
While he holds his glass out for her to put more whiskey in it for him.
Get your own bottle.
I'm going to use Unsettling Presence.
All right, what's that do?
As an action, you can unsettle a creature you can see within 15 feet of you. This target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes within the next minute. Constructs, undead, and creatures that can't be frightened are immune to this feature. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until next long rest. And I think what you would feel is any strands of fate that give you comfort, but ultimately bind you, unravel a little bit. I don't know when we'll be back before morning likely. Talus, would you care to join me for a walk?
She's just gonna silently get up and follow you.
Tatty, a bottle of wine.
Oh, nothing of wine.
You're a bartender. Throw me
This
something.
one here, and she passes you like gin or something.
I don't know a lot about your family.
Liquid, that's it.
I don't know a lot about your family situation, but God, you could have learned something from your father.
Raised in a blood hunters clan, remember?
Do they not drink wine?
No, it's rye and whiskey and all things good. It's your pussy willow drinking fancy feast.
Look, we will talk about
looks
this
disgusting,
later.
and she's gonna put a bottle of wine on the counter.
Oh my God, excellent vintage. You're a natural. And we will take our leave.
While she's getting those bottles, Ortega is just going to grab the one that she was drinking from and just pour his glass and set it back where she was.
I imagine you like tipping the bottle though,
Yeah,
as I'm distracted.
Yeah.
You're already
That's
tipping it. He's just putting his he's putting his
I
glass.
told you to get your own.
It's at this point, Tatiana, you hear a voice very similar to the one you've remembered as Ragbeer, as it goes,
I'm gonna walk in the kitchen as soon as I hear it. I'm just gonna like walk away from him.
"Oh, Roy, hello. So what did you say?"
I said Sigon. I don't know what to make of it, but I have somebody here who's wearing armor with her symbol on it, and he looks like a giant.
Who is it?
Ortega? Was Ortega? I don't know. Is it still? There's a lot going on right now, and I'm feeling a little unhinged.
Right. Well, you know I hate that bitch more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a little bit busy. I will get back to you.
So I have a friend who wanted to meet you. I don't know if he still does. He's kind of changed a little bit. So I know you've been busy, but this isn't the first time I've tried to get a hold of you.
Sorry. Coincidentally speaking, the person that is of interest to us am I alone?
What do you mean? Are you alone?
Like, is my voice carried to the other team?
Can you hear anything he's saying?
Lee in real life can hear you, yes.
Not in real. You've left, so no, you can't.
I know, but I just...
But can Ortega hear me from like other than my loud outbursts?
No, you know it's pretty quiet conversation.
Okay, then yes, you're alone.
Right. You do know that Leavir's still missing. So I've been busy finding her.
Do I know that she's still missing? Do I know anything of that? Yeah, I would. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think you need to find her quicker, not to put the pressure on you. But
it's been like 30 years. I'm working on it. I have a lead. A way to get to, I think, where she is. But we will address this Sigon issue when I get back.
Okay.
Just do me a favor, Lady Tatiana. Be careful. And while I don't necessarily like her, she did help Leavir. And so consider this a blessing in disguise. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe Sigon is different. I don't know. Probably not. We're probably all going to die, and I'm going to have to call Avandra, and then I don't really want to have to do that. But just make sure whatever it is that she's interested in this time stays away.
Would I have any suspicions onto what she might be interested in, considering how often somebody has been trying to be the sole holder of the jewels?
I would say
Roll
a history check or
history,
insight. You would have advantage on this because it is against Fae, Fiend, or Undead. It would make sense.
Oh,
I'm like super subtle, guys.
I'm gonna do it. You are the farthest thing from settle.
No
I know everything.
Incredible.
No.
It was the best nat 20 ever.
But can you get a second nat 20?
I mean, you do.
Oh.
You might as well roll it.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna try, but it's no, just one.
Yeah.
Just one, guys. Sorry. That would have been amazing, though.
So you have you have a pretty good suspicion as to what it is that she's interested in, based on all the stories you've heard, based on her interest in vestiges of diversions in the past, and the fact that she has an affinity for weapons and magical things. Yeah.
She'll say that out loud and just shit. I think I already know. I gotta go. And she's gonna put the stone away.
Okay.
She's just gonna casually go out to the bar and go, so, how'd you meet her? Drink.
You want the long version or the short version?
I mean, we've got the whole bar to ourselves.
He will give you the recap.
Sounds like Sigon. Yeah. Lending a hand when you need it most so that you owe her everything. I totally get it.
I owe her nothing.
Well, I mean, she brought you back from the dead and saved you from Narabi. I'd say you owe her something.
We have a mutual friend that I'm, for lack of a better term, supervising.
Never needed supervision before. Why now? Sorry, thinking out loud. You don't have to answer that. I'm sure it's private. I don't want to impose.
So you're
Not like we were. Amy, don't remember that.
I was told to watch out for you.
I mean, I am trouble.
I've noticed.
I'm usually not that reckless. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. It made me feel better.
Look, I've recently become aware of the fact that I used to travel with y'all.
Mm-hmm. And then some.
I'm gonna need more than that. I'm only aware of the traveling part. Although you did say we were breaking up, which is odd considering we just met. So I'm gonna go with you and I already had a thing. We could just continue to do that.
I don't know if it's gonna be that easy.
Look, you're already half drunk. I'm already half drunk. You already said you're reckless.
Mm-hmm.
From what I can remember, I can be reckless. Got the place to ourselves for what seems to be all night. Ortega's just gonna reach over and tip the bottle in her hand again so that he can have some more of the whiskey. See, look, we're being kind to each other. It doesn't have to be all slaps and biting, as fun as it is. From what I can see, clearly I enjoyed it too.
Yes. I'll think about it. I'm just gonna sit back and continue to drink her whiskey.
Here, Chalice.
Yeah, I was gonna say the camera pans out of the bar and zooms in on you guys as you guys are walking and talking.
All right, Talus, hold this for me. Hand you the bottle of wine. Now, where are we going? I want to walk and talk. You're leading the way.
I don't know this place.
That's fine, neither do I. We know each other. I trust you. Pick a direction. We will be okay.
Fine.
And pick when we pop that cork.
Can it be right now?
It can be right now.
And she's gonna just start walking forward and pop the cork.
I didn't bring glasses, so we're chugging this from the bottle.
That works for me.
I figured you've spent time on a ship. I've served sailors. So how long did you spend on a ship?
A long time.
Long is relative.
Yes. No, it is. I was on a ship pretty much from the moment I left home, and I was quite young then. So a few decades, I guess.
That's a long time. Talus, I promise there isn't anything that you can tell me or reveal that can't be forgiven. I was going to show you how to saber open that bottle tonight. A little controlled chaos. It normally goes well. Sometimes the bottle explodes.
Yes.
It's done from the pressure in the bottle fracturing along a point. It's usually predictable. But I think that we've hit our saber moment. The bottle's fracturing. Let's make it as clean as we can. Can I have a hug? Okay, and Parrish will hug you.
Aw. Yeah, she'll hug you.
I can't imagine everything you've had to go through in your life. I can't imagine what would have led you to the choices you've made. And I can't imagine what would have led you to the bargain struck. I very much wanted to wait till you were ready to talk about it on your own accord. Just like tonight with Ortega knocking on the door. I'm giving you the chance to make that choice now. Because come morning, I think that we'll ask it of you. So we can walk as long as you like. If and when you feel ready, I would really like to hear your story. And if that doesn't happen, it can wait till tomorrow. But as your friend, I just want to say I think it would be easier if we talked about it tonight if we could. Let's go see the water.
It's not far to get to the river district, and you find yourself stumbling across the gardens, and it's very nice even at night. You see that anything that was a problem the previous couple days never really affected the river district, or at least if it did, it's now been cleaned up pretty nicely.
I've always found it kind of strange in large cities like this, how you can be surrounded by events and things, but easily forgotten, easily unnoticed. Even the massacre that happened days ago, gone. I guess it's kind of nice in a way to remember that as big as our problems are, they're only as big as we make them. Well, I guess it's only fair. I am asking a great deal of you. What would you like to know about me? I promise a truthful answer.
Why are you still here?
It's maybe one of the only things about myself I'm not sure I can tell you, but not for lack of wanting to. I think I'm here because I met a man named Ari, and I didn't think he should die. And the god I served, I thought was unjust, playing with his life. And when I finally, after many mortal lifetimes, told her no, I found an incredible amount of power in exercising that. And I think there's something to be said when battling or opposing wills with something much greater than you, or divine, to tell them no, even in the face of them being able to wipe you from existence, knowing that they would have to lower themselves to doing so, that you claim a great amount of power. And I think I'm here because of a beautiful young woman who's willing to sacrifice a great deal for me. And honestly, I would really like to know more about that, because I don't think I've ever thanked you for that sacrifice. I'm here because I choose to be. So I feel like every choice I make is important. I don't think that's different than anyone else. I just have a slightly different lens to view it through.
I should have said something earlier. I should have told everyone.
Alice, I used to tend an orchard. Do you know when the best time to plant a tree is? 10 years ago. Do you know when the next best time is? Now. Don't let failing to do something before give you an excuse to not do it now if you know it's right. Would it be easier if I asked you a question?
Like?
When did you meet Sigon?
When I was young.
Before you went sailing?
Yes. I grew up in this tiny little village, deep in the forest, isolated from everything. And I just got to that age where I thought I knew everything and that I was old enough to know better than those around me. And I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to go out and see something other than the same trees I had been looking at my entire life. So I just left, and I didn't even really say goodbye. I just set off into the unknown.
You are one of the bravest people I've ever met.
And that was foolish.
I spent, I don't even know how long, but in the comfort and coziness of a village, and I watched those same trees grow and die and grow and die again before I was brave enough to set out and do something like that. And really it was because war came to my doorstep. Those trees burned down. I admire your adventurous heart. That's all I was trying to say. Foolish, maybe. But we can't really hold that against the young.
No, I suppose not.
Wisdom is the scars of experience. I am so sorry that you got such a large amount at a young age. Sorry for interrupting.
It's not a good story. I don't remember what happened next. I remember being drawn to this place, this darkness, and I remember seeing something or someone, and then it's all just a blur. And then I remember waking up and feeling like I was dying. I could feel it, and I ran. I couldn't go back. I couldn't go home after what I did. I just ran until I couldn't run anymore, and then I walked until I couldn't walk anymore. And then I crawled till I couldn't even crawl anymore. And then I just laid down on the riverbank and waited to die. And that's when Sigon came to me.
I served the Raven Queen, and it was my duty to claim many lives when it was their time. And what I think ultimately made our paths diverge was that never should have happened to you. Anyone should be given a second chance. It's a young girl far from home, struggling so hard to live. Sorry I wasn't there.
The thing, Paris, she was. And I don't care what Ortega says or what Tatiana says. It wasn't a deal. It wasn't a bargain. She offered to help me. She gave me so much and she asked for so little of me. And she said that she was my friend and I love her dearly. I can't throw that away. Even now, even after what has happened. And I just can't.
I think the world is better for having had you met Sigon, because the world is better for having you in it. The nature of your relationship, I don't know. It's okay if you never tell me. But that one truth will stay in my heart. What is it that she's asked you to do?
I don't know. Something has changed. The way she speaks is different now. She's talking of power and aspirations, and she's never treated me like a servant before. Or if she has, maybe I have been too stupid to see it. But
maybe you've changed. Like I said, I don't know the Sigon, but I've seen you grow increasingly brave, competent. You're surrounded by good people. They bring out the best in you. And I guess when I've seen you draw on that power that I assume is a gift, I guess I don't see it. I don't see it being used by you. I don't see it furthering your purpose. But what do I know? Pass me the bottle.
I shall pass it to you.
So does it feel like a deal now? A bargain?
I don't know. I don't know what it feels like. Can I ask you a question, Parrish?
Yes.
Did you love the Raven Queen?
Yes.
And were you afraid of her?
Yes. I was Shatterkai. I was molded and made to serve her. I was born in a place called Shadowfell. I don't remember much of it now. Happy memories were few and far between. It's almost like remembering someone else's dream. But I was made to love. I was made to serve. And I did so, I guess, with what I thought was happiness. It's easy to imagine what happiness would feel like if you've never known it. And when you're told by everyone around you, everyone you care about, that the feeling you're feeling is happiness. It's a good thing. I was very obedient. And then I came to the mortal plane, and I got a taste of wine and love and music and friendship and hearthfire. And it was a very strange thing not having a name for what I felt. Every emotion I knew had already been spoken for. It took a long time to realize that I was finally becoming happy. But yes, I loved the Raven Queen up until my last breath after you had first met me. And I always feared her. Up until the last breath that I took after you first met me. And I was finally brave enough to tell her no. For better or worse, here I am.
At this point, you guys realize that the sun is starting to rise. And you realize it's been a long time since you left the bar unattended. You make your way back to the inn. At this point, you start to see some of the vendors starting to, stir and set up shop. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning at this point by the time you get back to the inn. You see Ortega is still sitting at the bar, really having not known what he was doing. He didn't have a room. And Tatiana is sitting by the fire, passed out drunk, with the rapier in her hand. And that's where we're going to leave it tonight. Ortega has returned, but not as the friend the bandit broken once grieved. There's no recognition in his eyes, no flicker of the bond that they've shared. Only silence where there should have been solace. Tatiana, crushed by the weight of heartbreak, sits in stunned disbelief. The group stands together, but the night feels colder, heavier, a bitter reminder of how much they've lost, even in their victories. With the allegiance of all sides demands still ahead and the growing shadow of Sigon's influence looming over them, the bandit broken find themselves caught between duty and grief. The road forward has never felt more uncertain. I have been your host and your Dungeon Master Kyle, and thank you to MAB Music for accompanying us on this journey, and to all of you listening for staying with us through the twists and the turns. Until next time.